So you're on TikTok, you want to make some money, and you're looking into the creator fund. Well, what's the deal here? Is this a legit way to make money? And what's kind of going on with this creator fund? Well, in this video, we'll be answering all of those questions and kind of peeling back the curtain on how the TikTok creator fund actually works so that you understand all of the inner workings going on here. Now, this is going to be the most comprehensive video online when it comes to the TikTok creator fund. I'm going to cover everything from A to Z, including the things that aren't so commonly known, including exactly how much you can make from the creator fund and some of the big issues that you're going to run into if you do decide to join. So make sure you stay tuned for that. Pay attention here because this one video could save you a ton of time because all the information is here in one place. There's also timestamps down below as always, so you can skip to the sections that you're most interested in. All right, so starting off here, what even is the TikTok creator fund? Well, at a basic level, it is a commitment that TikTok has made to pay out $1 billion over the next 3 years to their creators. So back in July of 2020, TikTok made this pledge. They said, we're going to give $200 million to our TikTok creators. They called it the creator fund and they were on their way. Now, within a few months, they decided, you know what, $200 million, that's not enough. We're going up to $1 billion. So they 5x the size of this thing to where it is now at $1 billion over 3 years, starting from July of 2020. Now, how does that $1 billion get into your pocket as a creator on TikTok? Well, they don't give you the definitive formula. That's one of the big things about the creator fund. They don't tell you how your payout is calculated. And this is very different from things like YouTube AdSense or other platforms where they are paying you out for being a creator there. On these other platforms, it's typically a lot more straightforward how your payout is calculated. Whereas on the TikTok creator fund, we're going to get into the different factors that go into it, but they don't give you a hard and fast formula on, okay, you're going to get paid this much per this many views. But we do have some data points that'll show you how to actually calculate what your payout is likely to be when you are getting paid from the creator fund. So definitely stay tuned for those. Now, looking at something like YouTube AdSense, when you make videos on YouTube, like this one right now that you're watching, I'm getting paid based on a percentage of the ad revenue that YouTube gets for showing ads on my videos. Very straightforward. I can see in my analytics what the CPMs are on my videos, and I can see of that how much YouTube is paying to me. So very straightforward, very easy to calculate. Okay, if I get this many views, I'm probably going to make about this much money. Not the case on TikTok though. Now, TikTok employees have actually come out and given some clues as to how the formula is calculated for the creator fund though. And what they've told us is that your views, your engagement rate, your location of viewers, and your niche all factor into how much you're actually getting paid out from the creator fund. And this makes sense. Okay, if you're getting more views, it makes sense you're going to be getting paid more money because you're keeping people on the TikTok platform even longer. Engagement rate also makes sense. If you're making high quality videos, getting high quality engaged users on the platform, that's great for TikTok, that's great for you. In terms of location, obviously TikTok can make more money showing ads to people in the US than they can showing ads to people in other countries, because in the US we are spending a lot of money clicking on a lot of ads, and opposed to other countries that maybe aren't as wealthy, they're not able to make as much money on those ads. So therefore, we are making more money if we have a US audience. And then lastly, your niche also matters because that also determines the quality of users that you're bringing to the TikTok platform. So if you're making dance videos, that's probably going to be a lower payout than if you're making, say, finance videos, because finance videos are bringing more so-called high quality users to the TikTok platform. They're going to reward you for doing that in the form of higher payouts. Now, that being said, if you're trending in the right direction, if you're getting more views consistently, then you're likely going to be getting higher payouts over time, even though you don't have a necessarily clear-cut formula for calculating what that number is going to be. But there are some issues with the TikTok creator fund that we're going to get to in just a little bit, so you're going to have to watch out for those. But before we get to that, let's talk about who can actually join the creator fund, because you can't just walk in off the street and join the TikTok creator fund. You actually have to meet some thresholds that are relatively high in order to start getting paid on the platform. So let's go through what those criteria are right now. So first is your location. So you have to be based in one of the following countries. You've got the United States, United Kingdom, Spain, Germany, Italy, or France. If you're based in one of those countries, you are eligible for the creator fund. Second, you have to be 18 years or older. So if you are only, say, 15 or 16 years old, you're not actually allowed to join the creator fund. You're going to have to find other ways to monetize the TikTok platform that we're going to get to near the end of the video. Now, these are the criteria that you actually have to work for. So you've got to have over 10,000 followers on TikTok, and you've got to have over 10,000 video views in the last 30 days. So these are the main thresholds that you have to get over in order to participate in the creator fund. You also need to meet the community guidelines and terms and conditions of TikTok. Obviously, your videos need to be compliant with the kinds of videos that TikTok wants on their platform. And you also have to upgrade to either a pro or a creator account. That's totally free to do. You basically just change what type of account you have in your settings, and that allows you to get more analytics and also to join the creator fund. Now, once you meet all those criteria, then you get to actually apply to join the fund. And you have to apply to join. You can't just say, I'm in. So as long as your content does not violate any of their terms of service or their community guidelines, you should have no issue getting approved at all. Once you submit that application, shouldn't really take you very long at all. So that being said, I mean, how hard is it to actually join the creator fund and get monetized on TikTok? Well, I'm going to tell you, it's substantially easier to get monetized on TikTok with the creator fund than it is on YouTube. So the barrier on YouTube is 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time. And for a lot of creators, that can take months and months and months, if not even over a year, to hit that threshold. Specifically, the 4,000 hours of watch time can be a ton because you have to either have videos that are very long and people are really watching all of them, or you have to have some really viral videos that a lot of people are watching, because 4,000 hours is a very long time. So you really have to work for that initial requirement on YouTube. Whereas with TikTok, the creator fund, you could potentially hit those thresholds with one viral video. I mean, I know people personally who have gotten tens of thousands of followers from a single video that's gotten over 1 million views. So if that's the case with you, I mean, you could get monetized off of one viral video on TikTok, whereas on YouTube, it's very unlikely that you're gonna hit those criteria, 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time with a single viral video. Plus, there's just a lot more competition for eyeballs on YouTube, and retaining people's attention has just gotten harder and harder, especially with the rise of TikTok. But because of that lower barrier to entry, that means there's gonna be more people on the TikTok creator fund, which means the rewards are going to be lower, because like we said earlier, that's a fixed $1 billion. Well, $1 billion is a lot of money, but it's a fixed $1 billion that's gonna be split up amongst the entire creator fund. So the lower the barrier to entry, the more people get to join, and the less is going to each person individually. And we'll talk more about why that is a little bit later. But first, the good stuff, okay? How much can you actually make from the creator fund in terms of money? Cold hard cash, how much are you taking home when you're participating in the creator fund? Well, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but it's probably not going to make you a millionaire, okay? If you were on the TikTok creator fund, you're probably not gonna be making millions, you're probably not gonna be getting fat stacks, and it's probably just going to be a little bit of a side income for you. Let's talk about why that is. So in late 2020, pretty soon after the release of the creator fund, we got some interesting data from a lot of the big creators on the TikTok platform with regard to how much they were getting paid from the creator fund. And turns out they were averaging about 2 cents to 4 cents RPM. And basically what this means, RPM stands for revenue per mil. And this equates to, okay, for every 1,000 views that they're getting, approximately for every 1,000 views they're getting between 2 and 4 cents from TikTok deposited into their creator fund account. Now, this is pretty low, okay? So compared to YouTube, for a finance YouTube channel like mine, for instance, a reasonable RPM would be honestly around $20 to $30, okay? So we're looking at that's like 1,000 times as much as we're looking at on TikTok, okay? And that makes sense, you know, a TikTok view is worth a lot less than a YouTube view, because with a YouTube view, they're seeing a pre-roll ad, maybe they're seeing some mid-roll ads, maybe they're clicking around, maybe they're sticking around on that one single video a lot longer than they are on TikTok, where they're lasting maybe 15 seconds on a single video before they swipe to the next one. So it makes a ton of sense that the RPM on TikTok is gonna be substantially lower. But to give you some context here on what the top TikTok creators could be making from the creator fund, if you look at someone like David Dobrik, I mean, he's got crazy numbers on TikTok. He's blowing up left and right. He's one of the bigger creators on the platform. Based on those numbers, he's making anywhere from $100,000 to $200,000 per year from the creator fund. And while to you, I mean, that probably sounds great. You know, if you could make 100 to 200 grand per year from TikTok, that'd be awesome. For David Dobrik, I mean, he does a couple sponsorships and he's got way more than that just from a few partner opportunities. So in reality, most of these big TikTok creators are not relying on the creator fund for the majority of their income. They're getting that from sponsors and other streams that we're gonna be talking about later. Now, if you're a creator on a smaller scale, essentially what you're looking at here is the potential to get some extra cash to invest in your account. So say you wanna buy a new lens for your camera, buy a new ring light, things of that nature. So you're getting a little bit of extra cash, but in the grand scheme of things, nothing crazy, and you're probably not gonna be able to make a full-time living just from your money from the creator fund. That's why you're gonna need to supplement with the other income streams that we're gonna be talking about. But regardless of how little you end up making on the TikTok creator fund, the IRS is going to want their share, and so I wanna take a little bit of time just to talk about taxes and how those work on the creator fund. I know that's everyone's favorite topic, but I think it's really important that you understand how this income is going to be taxed, because anytime you're making money, IRS wants a cut, And this is not employment income, okay? Because you're not an employee of TikTok. You are what's called an independent contractor because you're getting paid to make content for them. You're not getting paid as an employee. Now, I do have a full video on how taxes work on TikTok that I'll toss up here, so you can check that out if you want more info, but I'll keep this pretty high level, make sure we don't intimidate anyone or go over anyone's heads with this little explanation here. But I think it should really help you out and understand how your self-employment or influencer income is going to be taxed. So as an independent contractor, you're gonna get a Form 1099 from TikTok at the end of the year, actually at the beginning of the next year. So it's the beginning of 2021 right now. This is about the time where you're gonna be getting your 1099s for the year of 2020. So say in 2020, you made 10 grand from TikTok, okay? Right about now, you're gonna be getting a Form 1099 from TikTok that says, hey, we paid this person $10,000. That means you, as the person who received that money, are gonna be expected to pay taxes on it, and you're gonna have to pay two kinds of taxes. Those are gonna be income taxes and self-employment taxes, which yes, those are a real thing, and yes, they do add up. Now, when it comes to your income taxes, these are gonna be the same income taxes you'd be paying if you worked a job. The only difference is there are no withholdings. So when you work a job, you get a paycheck. Every single paycheck you're gonna notice, hey, there was some money taken out for taxes. Well, your employer is doing that. They're sending that money to the IRS, and then you just file your taxes once a year. If you paid too much, you get a refund. If you didn't pay enough, you pay in a little bit more. And so that's how income taxes work for you if you are employed. Now, if you're self-employed, there's no one doing that withholding for you, and you have to pay all those taxes yourself, which means that you're likely going to see a much higher tax bill than you expected your first year as an influencer or self-employed person. Now, in terms of self-employment taxes, so these are ones that kind of blindside a lot of newer entrepreneurs. They're also called payroll taxes if you work a job. And essentially what these pay for are things like Social Security and Medicare. So again, if you're an employee, these are deducted automatically from your paycheck. So you don't even have to worry about them. They're automatically deducted, and it's a flat rate, okay? For employees, it's 7.65%. It's a flat rate taken out of your paycheck and done deal. You don't have to worry about that at all. Now, if you are a self-employed person or an influencer, then what you have to do is you have to pay these yourself, and you have to pay double, okay? Because your employer, when you work a job, is actually also paying half of them. So instead of paying 7.65%, as a TikTok influencer, you're paying a full 15.3% on your creator fund earnings. So that's on top of your income taxes. So if you're in the 22% bracket, you got 15.3% of self-employment taxes, you're looking at potentially close to 40% in taxes that you're gonna be charged on your creator fund income. Now, there's a ton of ways to lower that number. I'm gonna have a ton of videos soon coming out about the best tax deductions for influencers, so make sure you stay tuned for those. But in the meantime, just know that if you're not taking any deductions, you might be hit with a much higher tax bill than you were expecting as a newer influencer. Now, another quick note here, if you're making a substantial amount of money from TikTok, likely not just from the creator fund, but from maybe donations, maybe you have sponsors, you might be required to pay taxes on a quarterly basis. So like I said, if you are not getting any money withheld from you, the IRS wants to get paid more frequently if you're making a lot of money. So if you're not making a ton of money, IRS probably doesn't care. If you're making a ton of money, IRS wants to get paid 4 times per year instead of just once per year. So I've got a whole video about quarterly taxes. You can check that out up here, but that might be something you're required to do if you're making a substantial amount of money on the TikTok platform through the creator fund and through other different means. Now, in general, smaller creators are probably gonna be able to manage their tax consequences pretty effectively themselves, but once you're a larger creator, you got a larger tax bill, it's probably gonna be worth your time to at least consult with someone or speak with someone who has some experience dealing with taxes for influencers, preferably like a tax planner for influencers, because they can find you a lot of tax deductions, save you a lot of money, because they've likely seen similar situations on a regular basis. So would totally recommend doing something like that if you are making a decent amount of money on the platform and are worried about the tax consequences of that, and you just want some more information. Now, on top of taxes, there are also some other drawbacks that the TikTok Creator Fund does have that you want to be aware of if you do decide to apply. Now, the two biggest concerns are that one, your views are reduced and your videos just aren't pushed as much once you join the Creator Fund, and number two is that there are too many people on the Creator Fund that it is no longer worth it to participate. So let's break these down individually, dive into each one. Starting off with the idea that you're gonna get less views on your videos if you apply to the Creator Fund. Now, in theory, this would kind of make sense, because if TikTok doesn't have to pay you when you're not in the Creator Fund, they could give you more views and less views to the Creator Fund people because they know, okay, if we give views to the Creator Fund people, we gotta pay them. If we give views to these non-Creator Fund people, then we don't have to pay them. So in theory, kind of makes sense that they would do something like this, and many large creators actually found that when they joined the Creator Fund for the first time, their views were reduced, in some cases pretty significantly. So this led them to think, okay, I think this is actually what's going on here, and I think that we are getting our videos kind of throttled, shadow banned, whatever, because we have joined the Creator Fund. Now, TikTok did come out and say that joining has absolutely no impact on how much your videos are pushed, how many views you get, etc. And they also stated that the For You page algorithm doesn't even know if people have the Creator Fund turned on or off. However, this didn't stop many TikTok creators from actually leaving the Creator Fund once they saw those views decline after they initially joined. So in my opinion, I don't think it does influence. I think that was merely a coincidence that for some of these people, their views happened to decline after they joined the program. I think in general, TikTok's probably telling the truth here that they don't pick favorites based on whether you're in the program or not. I think it would make sense if they did, but I think that would also be a little bit sleazy, so I don't think they're actually doing that. So I don't think you should worry that if you join, your views are going to be reduced. Now, the other concern that people have is whether the Creator Fund is too crowded. And I think this complaint actually has a lot more credence than the first one. And that's because what we're looking at here with the Creator Fund is a zero-sum game. And essentially what a zero-sum game means is that your win is my loss. And so this is the case because there is a fixed amount of money here, in this case, $1 billion, which again, it's a fair bit of money, but you've got $1 billion and you've got more people coming into the Creator Fund every single day, which means each person is getting a smaller and smaller and smaller slice of the pie because more people are coming in and more people are asking for slices of the pie. Now, that being said, the Creator Fund has increased 5-fold since it was initially announced, so there is a potential that it could continue to increase. And TikTok could just say, okay, this is going so well, we're going to bump it from 1 billion to 2 billion or 2 billion to 5 billion, okay, and just like keep raising it. Now, eventually the numbers start to get pretty crazy, but it's entirely possible that it just keeps increasing over time. However, with the influx of people that are going viral on TikTok, it's hard to see where the balance is going to shake out to be. Now, all of that being said, does it make sense to actually participate in the platform? I mean, yeah, I would say so. Like it's free money. I don't think they're reducing your views. And so if you're able to opt in, I would totally say like it's worth it to apply just because you're basically choosing between, okay, do I want to get potentially less money or no money? Okay. And I would pick the less money, you know, because you're basically getting free money for making TikToks. If you're already doing TikTok, if you're already making videos, if they're getting lots of views, you might as well just opt in, get the money, reinvest it into a camera once in a while or a lens or a ring light or whatever, because the alternative is just kind of saying no to the money that they're trying to give you. But given that you're probably not going to make that much money from the Creator Fund, let's talk about some other ways that you could monetize TikTok more effectively. So the first of which and the most popular of which on TikTok is sponsorships. Okay, and sponsorships, a lot of people don't realize when they're getting started on TikTok how valuable a sponsorship actually is, and a lot of influencers actually sell themselves short on their sponsorship prices. So just to give you some context here, I mean, there are influencers that I know who have under 100,000 followers on TikTok that are getting paid anywhere from $10,000 to $25,000 for sponsorships, whether that's just one video or a combination of videos. So you can be making significant money with TikTok sponsorships, even if you don't have millions of followers. It all depends on what your niche is, what your brand is, who the company is. All of these factors kind of play in to how much you're going to be able to make from these different sponsorship opportunities. But just know that if you've got 100,000 followers and you're selling a sponsored post for like $200, you are definitely undercharging yourself and you should totally be charging more for that sponsorship. Now, I'm thinking in the future, I'll probably make a video specifically on sponsorships and just like how to charge for them, how to get them, things of that nature. So if you're interested in that, definitely leave a like and comment down below if that is something you're interested in. Also, maybe that's already out at this point when you're watching this video, so you can just check out my channel and see if that video is already up, because there's a ton of stuff that goes into sponsorships that a lot of people don't think about. And in reality, this is one of the ways that big TikTok creators are making most of their money is through sponsorships. So if you do want to start making serious money on the platform, you really have to start thinking about how can I start partnering with sponsorships and how can I charge them a rate that both makes sense for me and also is one that they will agree to. So ton of info on that coming soon, so definitely stay tuned. Additionally, I mean, icing on the cake here, I've heard of one influencer in particular who got paid over $400,000 for a single sponsorship on TikTok, which is absolutely mind-blowing. So guys, this is where people are making a ton of money on the TikTok platform. But I mean, for many smaller creators, the Creator Fund is a great way to start getting some initial cash flow in. I mean, it's really cool as a smaller creator when you get your first paycheck from whether it's YouTube or Instagram or TikTok, like getting that first initial paycheck is super cool, and to see that income coming in on a consistent basis is awesome. So the Creator Fund is a perfect opportunity for that. However, like I said, there's a ton of better ways once you start getting bigger, get more traction, want to turn this into an actual business to monetize more effectively. And I'm also thinking I'll make an entire guide just on that. So if that's of interest to you, a full guide on like the best ways to monetize your audience as an influencer, whether it's on TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, whatever, let me know if that's of interest as well. And I would love to put that together because there are so many kind of like ways that people don't really think about, different like schemes and ways to create income online once you've got that audience built. Cause like that's the hardest part, is like building the audience. But once you have the audience, like it's so easy to monetize that in a whole bunch of different ways. So if that's of interest as well, let me know in the comments below, and maybe it's already out as well. So definitely check the description and I'll definitely link to that once it is out. Now, the next thing you should do is click the subscribe button down below and check out this video over here where I go in depth on taxes on TikTok, exactly how those work, how you pay your taxes, how your taxes are calculated, and all of that good stuff when it comes to taxes on TikTok. So check that out. I'm sure you're gonna enjoy it. So I'll see you over there.